Hello, and welcome to the Serena English Podcast. I'm Serena, and with me is Victor. Hi, Victor.
Hey, Serena. It's great to be here. I'm really excited for today's topic.
Me too. So today's episode starts with a simple but a really useful idea. We are talking about how to disagree politely in English.
Exactly. How to say no or I don't agree without sounding rude. It's super important.
It is, and if you want to learn more useful things like this, don't miss your daily English practice. Subscribe now. So, Victor, why is this so hard? Why can no sound rude?
That's a great question. In English, direct means, it can sometimes feel a little strong, a little unfriendly. So if someone says, I love this music, and you just say, no, it's bad, that feels like very direct.
Oh, okay, so it's about the feeling. It's not just the word no.
Right. It's about being soft. We call it softening the language. You give your opinion, but you do it in a way that is, very gentle and very friendly.
Okay, softening. I like that. So how do we do that? Can you give us maybe a phrase to start with?
Absolutely. So let's start with a really easy, really useful one. It's, I'm not so sure about that.
I'm not so sure about that. Okay, how does it work?
Well, imagine your friend says, I think summer is the best season. You love winter. So instead of, no, you're wrong, you can say, I'm not so sure about that. I really like the snow in winter. See? It's soft.
Yes, that sounds much nicer. So you say the phrase, I think so, and then you give your reason.
Exactly. The reason is important. It shows you are thinking about the conversation and you are not just saying no. It's polite and, it keeps the conversation going.
Right. Okay, I like that one. I'm not so sure about that. What's another one? What if I understand the other person, but I just have a different idea?
Oh, that is a perfect question for our next phrase. This one is fantastic. You can say, I see your point, but
I see your point, but okay, so this shows I am listening.
yes, totally. The first part, I see your point, means I understand what you are saying. It's really, respectful. Then, but introduces your different idea.
Can you give me an example for that one?
Of course, let's say a friend says, we should go to that new restaurant. It's very popular. Maybe it's also very expensive. So you say, I see your point, but I think it might be a little expensive.
Wow, that is really good. You are not saying, no, that's a bad idea. You are saying, I understand, and here is more information.
Right. It's like you are working together to find the best idea. It's teamwork, not a fight. It keeps the conversation positive.
Okay, so we have, I'm not so sure about that. And I see your point, but what about um, a more formal situation, like at work or with a teacher?
Great question, Serena. Yes, for a more formal situation, you can use this next one. It sounds very polite and very professional. The phrase is, I'm afraid I disagree.
I'm afraid I disagree. The word afraid is interesting. It doesn't mean you are scared, right?
That's a really smart observation. No, it doesn't mean you're scared. In this phrase, I'm afraid is a polite way to say, I'm sorry, but my opinion is different. It's another way to soften the language.
Oh, okay. So it's like a polite introduction to a different opinion.
Exactly. So if your boss says, I think this project will only take 1 week and you think it needs more time, you can say, I'm afraid I disagree. I think we might need 2 weeks to do it well.
That sounds very professional. It's respectful, but also very clear. You are stating your idea clearly.
Right. And like before, you should, always add a reason. The reason helps people understand your thinking. It's a key part of polite disagreement.
This is so helpful. Okay, so Victor, could you summarize the three phrases for us one more time?
You got it. So, first, for a general, friendly disagreement, we have, I'm not so sure about that.
Okay, number one.
Second, to show you understand before you disagree, you can say, I see your point, but.
Right, number two.
And third, for more formal situations like work, you can use I'm afraid I disagree. And remember, always try to add a short, simple reason.
That is the perfect summary. Thank you so much, Victor. I think this will really help our listeners.
My pleasure. It's all about communicating in a way that's clear, but also, kind.
Absolutely. And that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for listening to the Serena English Podcast.
We're here every 2 days with practical English. Subscribe to stay consistent.
Until next time, goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Keep practicing.